Hey guys, welcome back to me, and today we're going to be ranking every single Citadel from worst to best. I'm still working on the 10k ranking of a video special, by the way. That'll come out eventually, but I'm making this in between because, I mean, it's still going to take a few weeks for that other video to be made. And yeah, I counted 19 Citadels. COIV does not count for this because, I mean, I can't say anything about it. I don't know how good it is. And also, it's only the ones that are currently in game, so NOES 09 Citadel, whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. And yeah, I counted 19 Citadels. I don't know if I got them all. I mean, hopefully. Also, no monthlies either. I know they're technically in the game, but I haven't played them, so I don't care. And yeah, let's go. And the really nice place with weird nostalgia. Yeah, this Citadel has nothing special about it. This quite literally might be the laziest tower in the entire game. Literally just take flaws from towers that already exist, and that's about it. They did add like a few new transitions, but that's about it. Like everything else is just the same. And while this isn't like the least fun Citadel in the game, just because of the laziness factor, I feel like it makes it the worst. And yeah, the Citadel is just so incredibly boring, especially if you've completed the towers that are in it before. Also, it has a Tower of Traps flaw, which is even worse. The laziness alone, in my opinion, makes it like bottom one. Next up we have COCR. Yeah, so basically this Citadel, we have the first ice floors, which are pretty solid, right? And everything after the ice floors is complete garbage. Specifically the basement floors, which are just so unsight readable, plus they're like half GBJs. The freaking ball puzzle one on the GBJ is so bad. Also the forest outside is also one of the worst outside sections in the game. And yeah, well, from what I'm showing you right here, it doesn't look that bad. Trust me, it gets a million times worse. If it was just this, then it'd honestly be solid, but like with all the other gameplay, it's just so bad. Next up we have COQ, and the biggest problem with the Citadel is they're just so punishing. The gameplay in the Citadel is okay, there's some parts that are really bad, some parts are alright. The shoving platform on, okay, I can't see it. The shoving platform on floor 3 might be one of the worst parts of any tower. But you know, it would be fine. But the punishment, the last floor has this like really hard spinner for no reason, and it's so punishing. That's fine if a Citadel wants to be punishing, but like at least be sight readable, come on, like because most people are not going to be practicing REM Citadels, especially when they're like my skill set. And Citadels like COP, while I'm not like the biggest COP fan, I think it's pretty mediocre, as you'll find out soon. The punishment there is actually justified because it's a pretty sight readable tower. But this tower, like the second half, yeah, you get like a time to think about it, but some of it just does not make sense on the first time. Also, this Citadel is just insane, okay? It's just insane difficulty. There are numerous insane towers that are easier than this. I'm gonna put them on screen right now. Everyone knows it's insane difficulty, it's just insane difficulty. Next up we have COTAW, and yeah, this might be one of the most forgettable Citadels in the game. So I don't remember much about the Citadel, but let me just talk about like the two parts, negative parts that I remember. First of all, the ice section, garbage. The ice floors, like one of those parts is just really bad gameplay. Another negative is that the tower sends you back to floor 1 later on, right? And the reason it's bad is because, like, you can't tell what to do, right? So, like, when I first got that, I thought I just, like, failed, and I was very close to just exiting out the tower. But apparently, no, you just have to play for a bit of floor 1 and floor 2 again, because why not? Like, I don't know, I just wish they said something about that happening. It just kind of randomly happens, like, near the end. Besides that, the Citadel isn't, like, terrible, but it's just so boring. Next we have Citadel of Tricky Situations. This Citadel just feels like a tower with extra flaws. Like as a tower would be fine, but it just drags on. There's actually nothing interesting about it. I don't know, for being in zone 3, I feel like they could have made something more interesting for sure. Like it generally feels like the creator's tower made a tower and he's like, okay, let's just make it a Citadel, add a few more flaws, and that's about it. I guess the first one, that there isn't really much negative about it. I mean, there's not much positive about it either. It's just so bland and uninteresting. Next up we have COP. Honestly, I used to really hate this, and honestly, it's just alright, no. I was about to say it's kinda good, it's not, but it is pretty good. I mean, the gameplay is pretty good, it's just, you know, the lava thing, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But at least the gameplay's sight readable enough. I still do think that one of the last floors, what is it, floor 14 I think? Yeah, that floor is quite a difficulty spike. It's like an insane floor over insta-kill gameplay. But I feel like it makes up for it, because there is some like intense raw gameplay flaws in this tower. Next up we have COCE. Definitely the most creative Citadel so far, but one that kind of suffers from kind of mediocre gameplay. And by kind of mediocre, I mean kind of bad in times. There are parts of the Citadel that I really did not enjoy, and also it was a complete loop fail. Wait, is this not, where am I? I haven't played this in like 2 years, by the way, so. But yeah, I just remember it being like dragging all in out, like it was such a loop fail, it's insane. And while this Citadel does have some charm, it's definitely the best one so far. I think it's kind of like one of those play it once, experience it, but never play it again. Because as an experience, it's solid, but overall, it's kind of mid. Next up we have cows. I know a lot of people are going to get mad at this one, okay? I just think this is a like, worse version of Coles. I'm sorry, bro. Like, the gameplay is fine. Dude, the loop fail, like, this is loop fail to the max, okay? Like, it's complete loop fail. And especially once you get the button progress, yeah. Actually, the whole Citadel is kind of just unlocking new stages of loop fail. Because first you have the first, like, 10 floors, which aren't really loop fail, to be fair. But then you have the first net loop fail, and then you have the last 5 floors loop fail. And yeah, while there's good flaws in this tower, there's also pretty bad flaws. And I think overall it just mixes out to be very mid. And compared to the Coles, which in my opinion has 0 bad flaws, yeah, this definitely lacks as a sequel. Next up we have probably another take a lot of people disagree with, Coact. This to me is just cows but modernized with like better design. Like yeah, it's slightly better than cows, but it's just another loop fail. And while the design is cool, the design is like, you know, it's not the whole thing of the tower. I'm not here to look at the tower, I'm here to play the tower. And if I don't enjoy playing it, then it's not good. Nerf this down, get rid of the loop fail, it's a better Citadel. But with what we got right now, it's just not fun. I really hate that like all modern towers seem to just have nets everywhere and it's just a whole bunch of loop failing. It's crazy because I feel like the modern towers have these nets because they know their gameplay is not sight readable. The best way to fix that is to actually make the gameplay sight readable. Next up we have Cope, definitely the most interesting Citadel so far. While I like what the Citadel tries to do, it's extremely buggy, which I know is not like the creator's fault really, it's kind of the game's fault, but the bugs just make it not fun. Like, the design is spot on, and, you know, they have the concept right. I just wish it was less buggy. There's so many ways you can get, like, soft locked, and then you have to reset everything, and it's just not fun. Also, the base gameplay of the Citadel isn't great either. It's not bad, but it could have been better. And yeah, this is another Citadel that, like, I appreciate beating it for the first time, but I would never play again, to be honest. Next up we have COL. I am aware that the Citadel is like really uninspired and pretty uninteresting, but I find it to be pretty decently fun. Like, okay, you can clearly tell that the Citadel is just like a kind of an off-brand COU. Like, it takes so many ideas from COU, it's insane. It's pretty much a REM version of COU. I mean, even the frame is really similar. And yeah, this is a Citadel I like so much because it's just fun gameplay. Like, there's nothing special about it. It would probably be better as a tower, but still, it's just fun to play. I do like COU more because it's more relaxing and, you know, more memorable in my opinion, but it's still pretty solid Citadel. Next up we have COU. I might sound different because there's like a whole different recording. I forgot to record this in the original. I also woke up about 5 minutes ago. But yeah, this is pretty good Citadel. I do enjoy it. It's slightly better than COL in my opinion mainly because it's easier and just more fun to play through. And yeah, it's nothing like really interesting, but I had fun playing it, so you know, it's pretty good. I enjoy it. Next up we have COCR, in my opinion the coolest frame in JTOH to this day, and the fact that it is in Ring 6 is really impressive. But yeah, this Citadel, we have the first half which is really good, and probably if it kept up this quality it would be placed higher. Then we have the second half which kind of drops off. I'm not gonna lie, the second half is kind of mediocre, especially the box push part. Okay, the box push part's really bad, and it's a big letdown of the Citadel. But I really do enjoy the first half. There's like only one bad jump, which is like random conveyor jump, which is for some reason like extreme difficulty. But that's about it. Another letdown is that I don't have any music right now. I don't know why. Next up we have got Cody, a Citadel of really good gameplay. Where the frick's the frickin' music? Ah, bloody taking the piss. So yeah, this Citadel is just gameplay, that's about it. Like, there's no design, there's no like really any creativity, but that's really good gameplay, and that's pretty much all that matters. I like the routing of the Citadel as well, how there's like different sides. Only negative is the last few floors kind of loop faily. Also, this jump doesn't frickin' work. Next up we have a lot of people's favorite, Cohad. Bro, is music just broken right now? Okay, I'll try to put something over this. Okay, this Citadel is really good, and I enjoy it. What the frick? Oh, that's meant to happen. It's a really good adventure, and you know, it's interesting throughout, pretty much. I do think it just drags on a little bit too much, though. Like, I don't know, I feel like that, like, whole key section should just, like, end the Citadel. Like, the last floors are just pointless, in my opinion, at least. But yeah, as an experience, this Citadel is really good. Replayability is like a 0, okay? I don't think a single person really wants to rebeat this tower, not gonna lie. But still, it's really well made, it's good, and I enjoy it. Next, there will be something a lot of people get mad at, okay? Constant outstopping. I love this Citadel. It just has so much nostalgia value and it's just so good. In my opinion, like, the route progression of this Citadel is the best in the entire game. Actually, either this or Coles. But yeah, point is, the route progression of this is so good. Like, the way everything just flows, it's just pretty much flawless, to be honest. Like, yes, there is some bad gameplay, and I think the later floors do get worse. But overall, as an experience, I honestly think it does top Cohad. And it's also more replayable, which also adds. And number 3, we have Citadel of Green Stuff. Wait. Oh my god, the music finally came back. Anyway, another Citadel that's just like, it's just so good. What the frick? Oh, I forgot about that! Okay, I thought that was part of the tower. Another Citadel is just amazing route progression. and it's just really fun throughout. I think the ideas that I use in the Citadel are like really cool. And I think it only just gets better overall. Like, I think the first few floors are some of the worst. And I remember also, like, when I was beating this with Luke, like, we were constantly losing, like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of progress. But we never gave up, because we were having fun the whole time. And if you're losing progress in the tower, and you're still having fun getting back up, then it's a good tower. And yeah, you can argue you want that I'm overrating the Citadel, I just think it's really good. Number 2, Coles. The most memorable Citadel in the whole game, and nothing really comes close. In my opinion, this is the most memorable experience, like, in the entire game. Not even joking, I've only been this, like, two times, I think, and each time is just so memorable. Now, memorability does not make it good, I agree. However, it's still just a really good Citadel besides that. While it seems like it's going to be boring at the start, it only just gets better as you go up. And yeah, there are flaws which aren't great, like, I'm not going to say it's flawless. But everything from the route progression, gameplay, and creativity is all up there for this Citadel. Even the music in this Citadel, like, I remember most of them, honestly. And the last flaw does a better job than like some major SCs or like towers that even come out today at building intensity. Pretty much flawless. However, there's one thing that's better. Number 1, COTAW. The most fun experience I think I've ever had in this game. This Citadel does such a good job at just being consistently really good. And also consistently keeping your interest, because like when you think you've seen everything, you haven't. It just brings more. And yeah, it's kind of crazy how it feels like a joke Citadel, and it actually might be a joke Citadel. Yeah, it's still so good. Yeah, there's a lot of people's favorite Citadel, and there's a reason for it. What does that say? You know what's up. Is that a phone number? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash like and subscribe, okay? It gives me motivation to make more of these videos. So yeah, bye.